All right, go ahead.
You're gonna realize that we're family. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna have that evil eye towards each other. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do everything according to the scriptures to the best of our ability. You know.
Okay.
You know, because you see it today with Jake's 2/3, especially that they hate their own brother. You know, here you have Judah and Issachar, the so-called Negroes being Judah, and Issachar being the so-called Mexicans. They have the same mother. You know, Jacob and I forget their mom's name, but they have the same mother. And
Leah.
Leah, is it Leah?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they have an evil eye towards each other. You know what I mean? If you talk to Mexicans and the so-called black people, you know, they always have like this grudge, you know, with one another. You know, but that's part of the prophecy. You know, that you have an evil eye towards each other. But now that we're waking up and standing upon our feet, you know, being bold, knowing the truth, you know what I'm saying? You know, we all know where the rest of our brothers are. That's why we're fishing for the elect, you know?
Okay.
Because that's our real family. We're not going to have the strife or grief, strife between us, you know?
That's right.
I'm sorry, continue.
Then it says, verse 18, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith Yahweh, the Most High, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sincere, you know, Israelites that come up and ask, like, what's the sign? What are these 12 tribes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I see Judah, I see Negroes here. I mean, what does all this mean? You know what I mean? Because you're going to have sincere brothers who see this and wake up from it, you know? I actually, I had a situation like that too, you know, where I saw the sign. And I was very curious, you know, my spirit was vibing with it, you know, I wanted to learn more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the whole purpose of this sign, because it's a token, which tokens go back to signs, you know what I'm saying? And for Jake, you know, if you know the Israelites, you know, they need these signs. They need things on DVD and video because they don't read, you know, so you got to illustrate it for them. You got to have this visual for them, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm sorry, continue on.
You want me to go to verse 20?
It was just till 19.
Okay.
Do you want to read 20? It's up to you.
Yeah. It's and the sticks wherein thou writest shall be in thine hand before thine eyes. Alright, so that's the stick that we have, is before our eyes, man. Alright, the northern kingdom and southern kingdom are coming back together. That's why it says that Salaki, if I roughly paraphrase it, but it says that Ephraim shall not vex Judah. And it says that Judah shall not, or Salaki, it says that Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
Yeah.
And that Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
That's right.
You know, so the Lord is going to take away that part, that wall of partition between us, that the so-called white man set up, man. The devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, because what you do in war, all right, and this is what he did to us. He divided and conquered us. That's how he conquered us, by division. Okay, but now that we're coming back together, he can't claim that we're black Hebrew Israelites anymore, man. You know, because there's a so-called Mexican who are the tribe of Issachar. There's those brothers. We have Ephraimite brothers. You know, we have Cuban brothers. All sorts of brothers from the Northern Kingdom, man. So you can't just say that the whole nation and what we're going out there and pushing is black Hebraism. All right. That makes no fucking sense, man. There is no such thing as a black people anyway, you know?
Right. You know, that's just white supremacy being pushed out, you know, so that you're just confused, you know? Because, like, nigger means just black, right? And so does moreno, you know, showing you the northern and southern kingdoms were being called the same, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But in different terms, of course. But it had the same meaning, you know what I mean? And now I know they try to say nigger means ignorant, you know, but it's true, you know, Jake is just ignorant to the truth, you know, and that's all 12 tribes, you know.
That's right.
If you grab Matthew 22 and 9, please.
This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 9. It says, go ye therefore into the highways And as many as ye shall find bid to the marriage.
Con, because, you know, everything's laid out. You know what I'm saying? Everything's set. But Jake wants to be in their own shit. They want to be carnal and be part of this Edomite world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why you see us in the highways and byways bidding those, you know, who hear the Lord's voice to the marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's our purpose out there. To, you know, ultimately what? To get the elect so we get the hell up out of here. You know?
That's right.
Let me see. Can you grab Hosea 7 and 8? Because also, you know, when you see us out there, the whole point is that you're gonna see other, you know, tribes all together. You know, all the tribes are waking up. So you're gonna see so-called Mexicans, you know, and Judah, you know, and you know, and you're gonna see confusion of faces. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been mixed with all the other nations. You know, so you're gonna see that when you come up to a GMS camp, you know, and other camps that teach the same doctrine, of course. On one accord is GMS. Can you bring that up real quick?
This is Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. It says, Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Right, you know, so if you look at the 10 tribes, you know, we come in all different shades of brown, you know, and not only just shades of brown, but what do you call it? A confusion of faces. We've mixed ourselves so much with the people that our people, Hebrew Israelites, look like the other nations, you know? We look like Moab, we look like Elam, we look like Ishmael. Shit, we look like Edom too. But guess what? It's all through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why, you know, there's a spiritual thing, you know, of faith and the Spirit, you know, that worketh.
That's right.
Can you grab Jeremiah 12 and 9, Baba Michelle? Because like that cake on turn, you know, if you make a pancake and you don't flip it, you know, you just let it cook, it's gonna be really, really dark on that one bottom side, and there's gonna be different shades, you know, going on up.
That's right.
And that's how it is, you know, with especially with the 10 tribes, you know.
Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 12 verse 9. It says, Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour.
Khan, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A speckled bird, you know, my heritage. Mm-hmm. His people are going to come in all different colors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you go to, I forget what it's called. Yeah. But you think of like flowers, you know, like you have a whole bouquet of flowers, a different arrangement of colors and all that. That's how Israel is, you know? We're not plain. We're not just one color, you know? But we're an arrangement of different colors, you know? And that's just the way the Lord set up his heritage, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, because you have it with, you know, I know there's a scripture about Moabites that we hid amongst them, you know what I'm saying? Like covert with Moabite. Do you know what I'm talking about? Damn, I forgot about it. But
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, like, you know, we're mixed in with all the nations. You know why? Because we've been scattered to the four corners of the earth. You know, so, you know, we're gonna be popping the women that's nearest to us. You know what I'm saying? You know, whether it be a Moabite or Ishmaelite woman.
That's right.
Can you grab Matthew chapter 13, verses 28 through 30, and then.
Okay, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 28. It says, He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? Verse 29, it says, But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them.
Yeah.
Verse 30, Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
Khan, you know what I'm saying? Because, what verse was that right there?
This is verse 30.
Okay.
Let me read it again.
Yeah, Baba Gashad, that was a good point there.
Khan, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 30. It says, Let both grow together until the harvest.
Right, so like, you see that today, like with Blake Griffin, you know what I'm saying? Who is an Israelite? You see it with what's that woman's name? Something Tracy Lee Ross.
Yeah, Tracy Lee Ross.
Right. She's a fucking Edomite. She's a tear. You know, so that's the whole point. Let them grow up together. You know what I mean? And why? Because the harvest is at the very end. You know, and the Lord's gonna you know, make a division between them. He's gonna bring out the tares and burn them up. You know, but that's symbolic for, you know, that's Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of them that look like our people, but they're not. You know, and you could tell that you could tell by the Spirit who they are. You know. And can you jump to verse 38, Baba Kashan?
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 38. It says, "The field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one."
Right. I mean, because why there's one vessel fit for honor, another one for dishonor. You know what I'm saying? And that wicked one is Esau Edom. You know, he is the wicked. You know. Okay, if you continue.
It says, verse 39, "The enemy that sold them is the devil.
Right.
The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels."
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Because how are you gonna get saved? You know, by these chariots, by what you call these Esau Edom calls UFOs. You know what I mean? And at the very end, at the end of Esau Edom's kingdom, you know, that's when we get salvation, and we're gonna know who's who. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you know a lot of them Israelite camps that are going off saying that the Israelites are only black or so-called black. You know, you guys are going off, and you're gonna realize that the, you know, brothers that are confusion of faces, or you know, that are not like, you know, so-called black, you know, but like a lighter shade of brown, if you want to say, are actually Israelites. You know, because a lot of them are gonna be saved. You know what I mean? How about this on? Did you have anything, precept or anything?
No, they have nothing.
Okay, well, I hope this lesson was edifying. With that, we want to give all praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity with charity. Shalom.
Shalom, Abba.